Hey, I'm Mark, and today we're finishing a couple of mantles. I got a special order, one from two different customers. This one is cherry, and cherry has a two-toneness to it. There's a heartwood that's darker than the sapwood on the edge. So because of that, I use a water-based dye just to get my wood back to a blank canvas. And then we're going to go over it with a special walnut oil based, and it'll be a nice even and not blotchy finish. This one is red oak. Customer wanted a little bit lighter than the special walnut. This is early American. And when you're staining red oak, you don't want to use a stain that has any kind of red in it, because it'll really get too red. Nobody wants red mantles. So we're going to get this one stained up, and then tomorrow, or the next time I get some free time, we will mix 50-50 pure tung oil with the stain and give it its second coat. And we'll really put it on thick and let it run into all the cracks and everything. These are going to be outside mantles, so I want to make sure that the customer can hose it off to get them clean during the year, because springtime, get a lot of pollen falling, everything gets dirty. You can just take and hose it off. Well, we'll see you in the next day or two. All right, well, it's been a day. Everything is dry. We're using special walnut Minwax oil base, and I'm going to apply it generously over that dye. I want it to go way down in this crack and make sure we get lots of color. By dyeing it first, it will make an even color, and we won't have a dark area and a light area. And turns out really pretty too. If I just use this stain in the beginning, it would have a streak down each side, and almost impossible to sell them. So after this coat, we'll let it sit a day again, and then I'm going to apply another coat with a 50-50 mixture of this with tung oil. This is going to be an outside fireplace mantle, so I need it to be able to take the high humidity here that we have in South Alabama here. And if they want to hose it off, sometimes in the spring we have a lot of pollen. It blows in and it'll settle on all your furniture and your mantle and everything, and you just take a water hose and hose it off without causing any harm to the wood. Well, I'll get this one stained up, and then we'll go to this one. All right, we got this one finished with its first coat, special walnut, and I wiped all the excess stain off with a brown paper bag. Next is this red oak turn. This one's got 50% tung oil, pure tung oil, and early American stain. You can see it's kind of thick. This is red oak, and I'd said earlier that you don't want to use anything that has red in the stain that adds to it. One of the things that determines the color of the wood on any species is how much iron is in the soil where it grows. And where this came from, there's a lot of iron in the soil, a lot of iron ore. And when you cut it and it sits out, the iron rust, and that's what makes it the red color. But we're going to put a generous amount in here in all these little grooves. The tung oil is a great product. It does it mold or mildew outside. All the other products do. And we'll give it 2 coats over about a week's period of time. And it takes another week for it to stop being oily to your touch. And then it'll be ready for the customer to come pick it up. And I'll put a link to the tongue oil and stuff on the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Next project, I got one customer wanting 7. Thanks for watching.